Good morning, students. Today we'll be beginning with the second unit and we'll be taking the third poem from there, that is the Inchcape Rock. I hope you all are revising and studying at home and staying safe also. Alright? So the first, as usual, are the icebreakers, and here we have to prepare a word register related to marine life. Now they've helped you with one word, that is sailors. Which other words do you think can come up over there? Anything related to marine life, ships, voyages, captains, and many other things. The next one is the functions of a lighthouse are basically it is used to show the direction. What else do you think is it used for? So you can fill those things later. Now, in the English language, we are aware of many proverbs, not only in the English language, as well as Hindi and Marathi also. Alright, so there are two proverbs which I'm going to tell you, and you have to try to think the meaning of those particular proverbs. As you sow, so shall you reap, tit for tat. Now, usually we have used most of them in our day-to-day life, tit for tat at least. Isn't it? So if you do something, like if you are planning something bad for someone, chances are that you yourself will fall into that trap first. So we must never desire to harm anyone. So the poem which we have over here is a very nice poem, and it is given by Robert Southey. Alright, so I'll just give you some information about Robert Southey. He was born in the year 1774 and he died in 1843. He was born in Bristol, England. He was a poet laureate of England from the particular time period. Some of his short poems like The Scholar, The Battle of Blenheim, Bishop Hatto, The Inchcape Rock, etc. are very popular with the school children. The Inchcape Rock is a ballad. It's the story of the 14th century attempt by the abbot of Aberbrothock to install a warning bell on Inchcape, a notorious sandstone reef about 11 miles, that is 18 kilometers, of the east coast of Angus, Scotland. Now, Southey was inspired by this particular thing and he composed a poem over here. The ballads are usually songs that are like in a story base. They can be dramatic, funny, or romantic as well. You can find ballads in variety of musical styles from country, western to rock and roll. The word ballad comes from medieval French ballade, a dancing song. Now over here I'll be reading the poem for you all, and you pay attention over here because it's a lengthy poem and a wonderful story is displayed in this particular poem. So pay attention and listen as carefully as possible. The Inchcape Rock. No stir in the air, no stir in the sea. The ship was as still as she could be. Her sails from heaven received no motion. Her keel was steady in the ocean. Without either sign or sound of their shock, the waves flowed over the Inchcape Rock. So little they rose, so little they fell. They did not move the Inchcape bell. The abbot of Aberbrothock had placed that bell on the Inchcape Rock. On a buoy in the storm, it floated and swung, and over the waves its warning rung. When the rock was hid by the surge's swell, the mariners heard the warning bell, and then they knew the perilous rock and blessed the abbot of Aberbrothock. The sun in heaven was shining gay, all things were joyful on that day. The sea birds seemed as they wheeled round, and there was joyance in their sound. The buoy of the Inchcape bell was seen A darker speck on the ocean green, Sir Ralph the rover walked his deck, and he fixed his eye on the darker speck. He felt the cheering power of spring. It made him whistle and it made him sing. His heart was mirthful to excess, but the rover's mirth was wickedness. His eye was on the Inchcape float. Quoth he, "My men, put out the boat and row me to the Inchcape rock, and I'll plague the abbot of Aberbrothock." The boat is lowered, the boatmen row, and to the Inchcape rock they go. Sir Ralph bent over the boat, and he cut the bell from the Inchcape float. Down swung the bell with a gurgling sound. The bubbles rose and burst around. Quoth Sir Ralph, "The next who comes to the rock won't bless the abbot of Aberbrothock." Sir Ralph the rover sailed away. He scoured the seas for many a day. And now grown rich with plundered store, he steers his course for Scotland's shore. So thick a haze o'erspreads the sky, they cannot see the sun on high. The wind had blown a gale all day, at evening it had died away. On the deck the rover takes his stand, so dark it is they see no land. Quoth Sir Ralph, "It will be lighter soon, for there is the dawn of the rising moon." "Canst hear," said one, "the breakers roar? For methinks we should be near the shore. Now where we are I cannot tell, but I wish I could hear the Inchcape bell." They hear no sound, the swell is strong. Though the wind hath fallen, they drift along, till the vessel strikes with a shivering shock. O Christ, is the Inchcape rock! Sir Ralph the rover tore his hair. He cursed himself in his despair. The waves rush in every side. The ship is sinking beneath the tide. But even in his dying fear, one dreadful sound could the rover hear, a sound as if with the Inchcape bell, the devil below was ringing his knell. This poem is by Robert South. Alright, now over here we see right from the beginning that the abbot of Aberbrothock was a very humble person, and as the people would sail on the seas, like there are dangerous spots on the seas, alright. So there was one Inchcape rock. It was few kilometers long, and because of it many people or many ships would be drowned, alright. So to save such people, the abbot of Aberbrothock thought of tying a bell to the reef, to the rock, which is known as the Inchcape rock, alright. Now over here he has already like the people tie the bell over there, and it's a blessing for all the sailors, because as they come and go from there, they are aware when the bell is ringing, they know that the South Reef is over there, so they are not supposed to go to that particular place. If they go, they would be down in the sea, alright. So all the people, whoever passed from there, whoever sailed from there, they would be thanking the abbot of Aberbrothock, right? And there is another character in our poem who is Sir Ralph the rover. Now he is a bit wicked, we can say, and he is full of mirth and wickedness. And as he is sailing on the sea, he also has a look at the Inchcape rock, and he thinks that it's a speck of dirt. It doesn't look good on the sea. Basically, he is a person who robs the sailors. He wants to get rich. So what he does is he tells his men that will let's take me by a boat near the Inchcape Rock, and I'm going to cut off the bell. Right? So this is what the rover thinks, and he tells his men to go near the rock. And as they go near the rock, after some time they cut off the bell, and the bell goes down in the sea with a gurgling sound. And he is very happy. Now he says that, oh, the sea is very good and it doesn't have a darkest speck on it. And he goes away further to Scotland, and he basically is a person who robs people or sailors, and is gathering all the jewels, all the riches. Right? Now he goes to Scotland, and like all these things are taking place. He becomes rich, and then he has to return back. So on his way back, it's quite dark. And nothing can be seen. The sailors, the people, the helpers with him on the ship, they are not able to make out where exactly are they going. So they remember the bell, and they wish that, oh, if the bell would be there, we would know where exactly we are heading to. If we listen to the sound, we'll be able to understand where exactly we are going, and it would be a very nice thing. But there's no bell, and the skies are dark. But the rover says that in some time there'll be nice rising of the moon, and the moonlight will be there to show us the way. But no such thing happens, and it's quite dark, and the winds are blowing quite hard. And finally, the vessel strikes with a shivering shock. And the rover says, oh Christ, it's the Inchcape Rock. And the rover tore his hair, and he is desperate, and just because of his own mistake, his own ship has dashed over there, and the ship is sinking. Alright? So what he planned for the other people, that is, many other sailors must have lost their life since when he cut off the bell from the Inchcape Rock. Now he was stuck in the same position. He was the one who cut the bell, removed it from the seas. Alright? And so now it is his turn to go down and die. So the entire vessel, the entire ship goes down, and Sir Ralph is really desperate. And even when he is dying, he can hear the bell, and that is the bell of the devil, the ringing of the bell. Like when funerals are there, usually in the Christians, they ring bell, like when a funeral procession is going to be there in the church. So that was the end of the rover. Now over here, Robert Southey tells us that through this entire poem is given in a story form, and I think so it will be easy for you to understand it, because all over the poem one main thing has been stressed by the poet, that is, we are not supposed to think bad about others. We should not do any evil or even think about it, because even if we do that, we will suffer, because we will be the first persons who will fall in that trap, and it will be harmful to us first. So we have to learn from here that whatever seeds we sow, we are going to reap those, maybe soon or later in the future. So be good, stay safe, read the poem once again and go through all the meanings, then the difficult words which are given in the poem. I hope you'll have bought a textbook. Even if you don't have, you've got the PDF files, and from these slides also you can read the poem, and it will be definitely helpful for you. So I hope that you are revising each and everything, whatever we are taking with you every day, and please make it a habit to maintain one English notebook and jot down all these things, because later we may not be able to continue with these things again and again as the syllabus goes ahead. So it'll be nice if you write it down. I'll be giving you some activities tomorrow, and then you can begin solving those in your notebook. I hope that will be helpful for you all. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless.